When I moved into our perfectly manicured suburban neighborhood, I thought the biggest adjustment would be remembering which trash bin to roll out on Tuesdays. I was wrong. The real challenge came in the form of a woman named Karen. Karen is our HOA president, self-appointed enforcer of visual uniformity. She's the kind of person who refers to the community guidelines like they're sacred texts. White bob haircut, pressed polo shirts, clipboard in hand. If Stepford Wives had a neighborhood patrol, she'd be chief. For a while I stayed under her radar. My lawn was trimmed, my hedges obediently cube-shaped. But then came summer, and with it, the blinding sun. So naturally I bought a pool umbrella, one of those large cantilevered types in ocean blue. It matched my pool chairs. It looked amazing. 2 days later, I got a formal violation notice from the HOA. Your umbrella exceeds the color brightness tolerance and creates visual disharmony with the neighborhood aesthetic. Visual disharmony? I checked the guidelines. There was no rule about umbrellas being too bright. Karen had simply decided my taste offended her design sensibilities. I called her. Karen, it's just a blue umbrella. You can't be serious. She replied with the kind of voice that probably frightened telemarketers. The HOA has final discretion. The umbrella must be removed within 72 hours or further action will be taken. Now I could have fought it, appealed, petitioned. Instead, I went shopping. 3 days later, a delivery truck dropped off a giant inflatable shark. Not just any inflatable, it was 12 feet tall, wide open mouth, sharp white teeth, and cartoonish eyes. The kind of thing that would give a toddler nightmares and a middle-aged HOA president an aneurysm. I installed it poolside, right where the umbrella had stood. But I wasn't done. I printed a little plaque and staked it next to the shark. Bruce the Educational Shark, a symbol of marine awareness, sponsored by National Shark Week. I even added QR codes that linked to shark conservation websites. Technically, it was now an educational installation. And guess what? The HOA guidelines allow for temporary decorative educational displays as long as they promote awareness or community engagement. Karen showed up the next morning. I watched from a lounge chair as she marched across my lawn, stopping dead in her tracks at the sight of Bruce looming over the shallow end of my pool. "This is not allowed," she screeched. I sipped my iced tea. "Actually, it is. Section 5.4B of the guidelines." She read the plaque. She scanned the QR code. She stared at the grinning shark. Her eye twitched. "You're mocking the HOA. Karen, I'm promoting marine awareness." She filed an emergency complaint. The board reviewed it and ruled that since the shark was seasonal, temporary, and technically educational, it was allowed. Especially since it wasn't louder, brighter, or bigger than the holiday decorations several homes displayed every year. For the next 2 weeks, Bruce became a neighborhood legend. Kids took selfies with him. Neighbors stopped by to ask where I got him. Someone even tied a surfboard floaty to his side. Karen didn't say another word, but her lawn gnome mysteriously disappeared, and a sarcastic little sign appeared in her yard soon after. "This lawn adheres to HOA-approved aesthetics." I think that was her version of a white flag. As for Bruce, he's now folded up in my garage. But every summer, just as the sun gets high and the HOA starts sniffing around, he rises again, ready to educate and silently terrify.